For this second video, we're going to take a look at Competition University. So again, you're going to click on the DECA Roleplay Prep folder. And this one is going to be Competition University login info. This one, we each have our own unique login. You're going to go to the CU or Competition University website. Now we'll redirect. While it's redirecting us, you need to go and find your own login. So we created a login for each Introduction to Marketing student this year. We did add a couple for people, older students that I knew were competing in events that had tests. It's an alphabetical list. If you don't see your name, let me know, and we can possibly add you to one of these inactive accounts. Also, if I spelled your name incorrectly, I apologize. I typed everything in really quickly, so I apologize for that. So once you find your name, you just need your user name and your password. And again, if you log that, I'm already logged in here, but there'll be a login up in the upper right-hand corner here. Once you log in once, you should be able to remain logged in, or you might just have to click the green button there, but it will be over here in the upper right-hand side. Once you're logged in, we're always going to go to Prep Track, DECA Prep Track. And for today's video, we're going to just take a look at the exam prep. There is information on the exam prep that can help with the role play too. Most topics are found in the business administration course, so we're going to start there. And let's go back to this sheet here. And just to try to hone in, there's so much information on this site. Just try to narrow down what are some of the most important concepts for you to look at for this first competition. So if you click on the instructional areas, these are the ones I showed you in class the other day. Maybe you still have a hard copy of the exam blueprint. We're going to look at that first. There's a link here. And let's say we're in the apparel and accessories marketing category. Once we load here. So we know that takes the marketing test. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to look at the district figures here. So for districts, marketing info management is a big topic. There are a variety of other ones for the marketing test. Emotional intelligence, which I would say that's probably an easier one just because it's your own personal characteristics. It might be more accessible information. Promotion is another topic here. Product service management is another topic that's going to have a fair number of questions. So going back into our business administration core here, it gives some of those terms like emotional intelligence. That was one of the big topics there. So you can click on emotional intelligence. And let me just walk you through what each lesson has. So this is all about learning emotional intelligence. There's a timed pretest or untimed, 25 questions for 10 minutes or untimed. Activities and lessons is where you'll find most of the info. There is important terms to know, vocab, and a crossword if you'd like to do it. And then there's lessons that are going to tell you a little bit more about what you need to know, what you might be tested on. A slideshow you can watch through. There's videos in it. And it also is going to help if you see KPI, key performance indicator. So that's performance indicator for role plays. If you know emotional intelligence is your topic for your role play at districts, this could be helpful for you too. Brain builders, it's just an expanded glossary. There are some study questions. I believe there's 10 question quizzes. There's 14 of them in this lesson. And then you can also take a post test at the end. If you're taking the business administration core exam, you can click on that, and there are tons of questions, tons of tests, starting with districts, states, and international tests. So that's one way you can study. Another way too, so we know that apparel and accessory takes the marketing test, so maybe we want to go back into DECA Prep, DECA Exam Prep Marketing. And there are a bunch of marketing exams too. And again, this is a pretty good simulation of what you would do, as it's multiple choice online testing is what you're going to have for districts too. When we did take a look at our instructional areas, going back here, marketing info management was a top one, and promotion too. So if you ever don't, I usually say start with the business administration core just because that has the most topics. But if you don't see the topic there, then maybe switch to marketing or hospitality. But here we've got the marketing info management, which was one of the high topics. Product service management and promotion was as well. One other thing I want to show you here, so I would just hone in, do a little bit of work, take some tests, do a couple lessons on some of the top instructional areas for your exam, but we could also do a little role play prep here too. And again, this is a sheet I showed you in class the other day. But this is just taking a look at your role play topic for districts. If you're in a principal's event, there's only one choice. If you're in a team event, there's only one choice. I will tell you for the individual series, I'm going to print out the first scenario here. So if we are in apparel and accessory, that's in product service management. So a good idea to learn a little bit more of product service management would be go into the lessons. So we did find product service management within the marketing lesson. And again, doing some test questions. The most beneficial thing, though, I think for the role play prep here would be actually going into the lessons. And there's only one product service management lesson. And it might be worthwhile, especially if this is what your role play is in, to go through. And it usually tells you if it takes 20, 25 minutes, how long the lesson is. You can even listen to it. But this is a nice way just to add a little extra prep to help set you apart. And again, competition prep, it is much more extensive. You can really get lost in here. So if you do have any questions, always go back to DECA prep track, DECA exam prep to help you get started. And also just let me know anytime that you might have any questions.